Hi everyone, I just wanted to emphasize that I have zero construction or remodeling experience, and the methods I use in this upcoming video series are probably not the most efficient or best practice. A lot of this is going to be trial and error for me, so if you have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know. My body will appreciate it. Oh yeah, and as for the disclaimer stuff, please don't try this at home. Consult a professional or doctor when needed, and wear safety glasses. Thank you.
Hey YouTube, my name's Chris and I have just purchased my very first home, and like most first homes, this one's a bit of a fixer-upper. So I'm creating a bit of a video series here to prove to myself and show you guys that someone with zero construction experience can fix a house and make it possible. I've got my GoPro mounted up there right now on the wall for a bit of a bird's eye view. I'm starting with the flooring today and we're going to progress from there. So stick around, we'll see how far I make it and you'll see the end result when we get there. So thank you for watching and wish me luck because I've never done this before.
So I started here in the living room taking apart the flooring, and it was a little difficult at first. I believe it was just some standard plank flooring. It was the quick lock type, and I had to force pry the first couple of pieces, basically pry them out of the slots. Once I got those up though, the rest of it just kind of came apart like a puzzle. It went relatively smooth. The stuff was definitely heavy though. You can't really tell in the video because I've got it in like a time-lapse format, but the stuff was pretty heavy, so it was rough to move. In just a bit, I start getting the plastic up, and the room reeked. They definitely had a dog that chewed the place up, and it reeked of urine, and it was, soaked into that underlayment there. And I noticed as soon as I peeled it back, you can really see what people have done over the years as far as not fixing things correctly, especially in this scenario. Stains all over the floor. You can see where it's been patched multiple times. And over by the front door specifically, you can just see massive water damage that's just been covered up and neglected for probably years. All of that flooring, the subfloor there is, beyond repair. I mean, it's completely rotted out, so I'm going to have to saw that out at some point and get that replaced with some high quality OSB and just basically do it the right way. This first room here is a bedroom, but I'm going to be turning it into my office, and getting the carpet out wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy. They just had it tacked around the edges, just tore up the edges and rolled it out. Kind of heavy, not a whole lot of stains in this room, and overall the floor wasn't half bad, so I don't think there's any floor repair I'm going to need to do in here, but definitely across the board I'm going to need to get some. So they make a special cleaner that you can put on the floors that kills all the bacteria as far as all the stains and everything else. So definitely going to need to do that across the board. Here I've moved into the master bedroom, same kind of scenario, just got to peel up the carpet around the edges and just roll the whole piece out. Yeah, it's definitely heavy. Doesn't look like it in the video, but yeah, it was a struggle to kind of drag that piece out. And again here, this is the third bedroom. Not really sure what I'm going to do with this one for right now. Probably just going to be a spare room. Intending on making it a virtual reality room where it's just, you know, a VR setup in there with nothing really, just an open space to walk around. The kitchen was probably the worst part, including the bathrooms and back entryway. I actually didn't even finish the bathrooms of the back entryway after going through the kitchen because of how bad it was. So you can tell it's your standard cheap linoleum that's been glued to the particle board subfloor. However, in this scenario, it was 3 layers of linoleum. They've replaced linoleum over the years, and instead of actually removing the old linoleum, which is the right way, and putting the new flooring down, they've just layered on top of it 3 times. So I'm really struggling at this point. It's just so thick and really hard to tear up, so I'm having to pry it up in bits and cut it out in strips just to haul it out because it's just so much weight. Really disgusting at the same time. I mean, it's just very gross, not clean, and it just needs to go. So this about wraps it up. I've gotten pretty much the entire kitchen cleared out, except for the area over in the corner there by the stove. That's where the subfloor was caving in, and they came in and did a quick handyman's repair to get the subfloor to pass FHA inspections. And I ended up tearing that out later, and it was just completely coated in liquid leveler. I mean, it was just an absolute mess. So coming up here, I'm going to have my next series of me destroying the entire kitchen, removing all the cabinetry, and we're really going to see what's going on as far as the floor structure down underneath all that cabinetry. So if you're curious to see how the rest of this process turns out and what exactly the condition of the kitchen is, feel free to stick around. I'm going to do my best to get all of that taken care of this week, so hopefully by the weekend we know exactly what we're dealing with. So thank you. I'll see you guys later.